Breaking news out of Dickson County. A nearly 12-hour standoff is now over.
Just ended moments ago. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres joins us live now from White Bluff with the very latest. And you saw the suspect being taken out of that home just moments ago.
He was taken out of the home with handcuffs, taken to the ambulance, and as you can see, authorities are wrapping up the scene. In fact, I just spoke to a SWAT officer who said the man walked out of the home and surrendered. So it sounded like they didn't have to force their way into the home. Again, nearly after 12 hours of this standoff situation, it has now come to an end. We are here off Clay Lick Road and Petty Road. Take a look at video from the scene whenever we first arrived here. We are told that this man, according to family members of the person who held himself inside and barricaded himself, he was armed with a gun and held his grandparents hostage. Again, this is according to family members, and for about an hour ago, that's when he finally released the grandparents. We saw the men with tactical gear, SWAT team, they went down there. This is just about 4 blocks down the road, and they were able to capture this suspect. So far, we are still awaiting to speak with the sheriff of Dickson County to get more information. But so far, nobody was hurt. Everyone is now safe. People are able to freely drive down here as they choose. That suspect now in custody. As soon as we get his name, of course, we'll have that update on air and online. For now, we're reporting live in Dickson County. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Matthew, thank you. More breaking news in Davidson County as another convenience store is robbed at gunpoint overnight. Our Kimberly Davis live in South Nashville with more on what happened. Good morning, Kimberly.
Amy, good morning. It seems to be the story for much of the week now. This is the 6th convenience store that has been robbed this week alone. Police are telling us this is the 2nd time this week that this store has been hit, when 2 gunmen came inside and met the clerk and demanded money and cigarettes. Now take a look at this video. This was the scene when police first responded around 3:15 this morning at Nolensville Pike and Glen Rose in South Nashville. We're told 2 men walked inside and one suspect had a gun. The 2 demanded money and then demanded cigarettes. Police tell us the men then fled the scene in a silver Chevy Malibu. Police say they made off with about $80 in cash and 15 packs of cigarettes. Now take a look at these suspects. These are the 2 men police are on the lookout for this morning. They're described as 2 black men with light skin in their 20s, tall with thin builds. One had a red t-shirt covering his face and the other had a black hoodie on. The one who has a red t-shirt covering his face is the one who had the semi-automatic handgun. Thankfully, no one was hurt in this robbery, but police again are asking for your help this morning. Any information could help them in their investigation. They're asking that you give them a call at 615-74-CRIME. We are live in South Nashville. Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
All right, Kimberly, thank you for the update there. Also, some breaking news from overnight. Officers now looking for suspects this morning after a man was shot in East Nashville. Now, they tell us the victim was hit kind of in the pelvic area outside of this Save-A-Trip Market and Laundry. That's on Branch Street. The guy was able to drive himself to Porter Road, also over in East Nashville, and then he called the cops. He's at Vanderbilt this morning. Non-life-threatening injuries. We're told he's not really cooperating with authorities.
And happening now, police are working to catch a man who attacked 2 clerks on Trinity Lane. So take a look at these surveillance pictures. There isn't a great view of his face, but Metro Police are hoping you can recognize him. He approached a female clerk outside the community market and tried to drag her back inside. The suspect then beat up another clerk, a 67-year-old man, until he was unconscious. He tried to open 2 cash registers, but ended up running away empty-handed. Call 615-74-CRIME if you know anything that could help police.
And Amy, a man officials are describing as a serial burglar is behind bars this morning. Metro Police say that Quaywan Gooch right there was wanted on 12 outstanding warrants, including 9 counts of theft and 3 counts of burglary. He was caught soon after someone spotted him breaking into a home on Michigan Avenue over in the Nations neighborhood of West Nashville. Most of the outstanding crimes, though, happened over in East Nashville. Gooch already has a long rap sheet. He's been convicted of aggravated burglary and also theft.
And thanks to a teen's cell phone, we now have photos of a suspected car burglar who terrorized the Chapel Hill area. Police say the culprit smashed windows and jimmied the locks of 8 vehicles outside Forest High on Sunday. He was in the middle of rifling through someone's stuff when a teenage girl caught him. He told the teen it was his brother's truck, but she said, "No, that's my boyfriend's truck." Police say the man then handed the teen the items that he took from the car and tried to shake her hand before he walked away. Another victim told us that he caused $1,600 worth of damage to her vehicle and stole her purse.
He has my house key. He has my driver's license with my address. Even though the house locks have been changed, there's still a fear, simply because we never thought he would rob us sitting here in broad daylight in the middle of town. So who's to say he's not going to come back?
And so back to that teenager who ended up snapping those photos of the suspect. You saw those pictures. They're very good pictures. They also got his blue Hyundai Accent with the phone as well. So if you know who he is, call police.
Those are amazing pictures.
Yes, they are.
I don't think they're going to have a hard time finding that guy.
And in developing news now for you, Metro City Councilman who was shot last year is now the focus of an investigation by the DA's office.
This story has taken a strange turn. The district attorney general says that Lionel Green Jr., right there, lied to a judge about having money to post bail for his cousin. His cousin was accused of a pretty rough domestic assault case.
And Green is also facing allegations that he threatened to keep that victim from testifying.
We need to speak to you for a minute about Mr. Buchanan. Sir, we've been trying to catch up with you all day here.
That was News Channel 5's Chris Conti trying to confront the councilman last week, and as you can see, he's not interested in answering any of our questions. Jailhouse phone conversations show Green told his cousin, Tavares Buchanan, quote, "I'm going to deal with her," referring to the assault victim. The DA's office says Green also lied to a judge when he posted Buchanan's bond a few weeks ago. Right now, though, he is not being accused of committing any crime.
But there is another aspect to all of this that is being called into question. Councilman Green, you see, is a licensed attorney in the state of Tennessee. So under state law, it's illegal for an attorney to bond someone out of jail, like a cousin, unless they are an immediate family member. However, the DA's office tells us that no one has ever been prosecuted under that statute. We'll keep following this story, so stay with News Channel 5 on air and online for continuing updates.
And controversy continues to surround embattled state representative Jeremy Durham. Now Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey is accusing Durham of having an affair with another lawmaker. Ramsey says it's caused her to resign, and now Durham should be expelled or he should resign himself. Ramsey made his comments during conversations yesterday with reporters. He was making an obvious reference to former Somerville Republican Representative Lee Wilburn. She resigned just 1 year into her first term last month because of unspecified, unforeseen circumstances. Governor Haslam says it's time for Durham to step down.
Well, as I said before, and I think the speaker said yesterday, I think it's I don't know how Jeremy can serve his constituents under the current condition, and I think he would be better. I think it'd be better for him and better for the state if he would resign.
Durham denies he had an affair with Wilburn. House Speaker Beth Harwell wants the Attorney General to investigate, and she says an investigative report should be used if and when an expulsion process comes before the House.